Everybody, and welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer weekly race. Tonight's flag set is a tournament tribute to the Rookie Rumble 2. And on screen we have Why Must You Hate Me, Pedantic Potato, Leslie Pro, and OpnaPoint. I am also, and I am joined here by JP.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing how the runners do in this flag set. This was a tournament that was meant for newcomers coming into the randomizer as the first tournament experience. As you can see, we've already got the white sword item known as Binobi in its vanilla location. And 3 of our 4 runners are relatively new to the randomizing community. I believe all 3 of them were in the Rookie Rumble 2. And sounds like we're getting started.
Yep, I believe all Why Must You Hate Me, Opno, and Pedantic were all in the Rookie Rumble. Leslie was not, but I believe still a little bit newer to the community too. Oh, there's our Armos item. That was the magic boomerang.
That's a fantastic item. I'm sure the runners very much appreciate having the magic boomerang Armos item. The magic boomerang is an item that's often just left behind to just sit there and think about its life.
Early, it's not such a bad pickup. I kind of do like it because if you get come across 0 HP enemies, you can stun, you can kill them, or you might even be able to, you can stun a lot of enemies too.
We've seen a candle shop, and 67 for a candle is more than vanilla, but it's still not bad. The runners may consider buying a candle at that price. But really, what we're looking for right now is the wood sword to get us started. Fun fact, I don't actually remember what this flag set is, so I'm assuming the wood sword is shuffled.
Wood sword is shuffled in an open cave.
Okay. Then that's probably going to be the first goal of all 4 of our runners, is to get themselves scored very quickly.
Now, one thing when I was playing in this, I'd always like to try to get that white sword as soon as possible. Just because of how much it helps your combat, and you know it's in the white sword item on the overworld, but of course you don't know where the overworld is, or where it is in the overworld. But getting the wood swords, of course, early too is still good because it gives you offense until then. Unless you're to come across maybe 2 take any caves and then the white sword.
So one strategy you could take is you could take the candle out of the wood sword cave, use that to hopefully get up to enough hearts and find the white sword to be able to pick up the white sword. The risk you run with that is if the white sword is blocked by a dungeon item, then you have to go through dungeons swordless.
Yeah, it definitely is a very big risk.
But potentially very rewarding if you find that you're just in a rough seed, or it's a seed where all 4 bonus caves are candle blocked.
So I don't think we've seen a level on anybody's side yet. We haven't seen a sword pickup either.
I don't think the levels exist.
They're somewhere out there.
Well, they might be replaced by areas or zones or acts or palaces.
That's true. that is very true.
Looks like we have 37 for the mid-secret, which is really good, and 21 for the door repair, which is not really good. And 2 for the small secret, which is me. It's not 1, but it's not much better.
Yeah, 2 is... well, so let's see what the big secret is, but usually that's what we have to do in these seeds is see how that big secret road as Leslie takes a Lionel death.
And why must we get into the waterfall cave only to find a heart shop? That is often called the pity heart.
So one thing about the enemy groups with this flag set is... oh, there's the white sword item. Or the white sword. I guess in this Optimus Coins that was a white club. Like...
About to say, I couldn't tell if that was actually the white sword or the magical sword. Because if the
actually, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Normally, if it's a custom sword sprite, the way you can tell is by looking to see if the accents on it are red versus blue.
But yeah, what I was going to mention about the enemy sets is while the enemies are shuffled, they're not shuffled between overworld and underworld. So overworld enemies are all the normal enemies you'll see. They're just shuffled. and underworld enemies are shuffled as well, though they'll stay within the same enemy groups.
I would like to take some time to point out that it's very possible that we have ourselves a situation of, oh, you can still have to kill a blue 8 wizard. Blue 8 wizards? 8 blue wizards.
Yes, that is possible in this. Level 9 is the first dungeon we find, and it's at first quest level 6, which is actually kind of a nice palace for Ganon. I kind of feel like that's an appropriate entrance for level 9, rather than what it actually is in vanilla.
What, you don't like bombing Spectacular Rock?
Oh, I don't mind it, of course not, but...
Or how about Digby 9, where he's just off in the corner? With no indication that he's there.
I mean, to be fair, that's really good disguising of your fortress.
Look, I'm convinced that Ganon actually does secretly want Link to succeed, because if he didn't want Link to succeed, he'd just put the ladder on Emote Room, and problem solved.
Yeah, actually, that would be. Okay, that is the White Sword Oh, okay, I think what we did see on Opno's side was the Magical Sword, because that was confirmed the White Sword on Pedantic's side.
Yes. Now, if you've seen a White Sword like this, taking a candle suddenly doesn't seem like as much of a gamble, because now you can say, okay, well, the odds of so many overworld hearts being candle blocked is significantly lower. So I would consider taking the candle out of the Woodsword Cave as we find level 5 on Pedantic's side.
Not going to explore 5 yet. Some runners will check a couple rooms, some won't.
Yeah. Checking rooms and dungeons without a weapon is generally a little bit tougher.
We got a boomerang.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree. It's a tough proposition to check that. Oh, there's our Woodsword Cave.
Looks like Leslie is going to take the wood sword. Now, I think Leslie has not seen where the white sword is yet. But Antic is going to go ahead and take the candle with the knowledge of the white sword. Not a bad play. It's generally the much more traditional play to go ahead and take the candle there. I honestly would expect all of our runners to take the candle out of their first take any cave. Rule of 5 says that this will be a transport scare.
Yeah, but this is an item that could be a really nice early pickup.
Come on, Gabe, make a liar out of me.
Oh!
A ladder!
You have been made a liar.
Okay. So, every seed, pretty much, that I've played has an early transport in 5, and yet this seed is like, nope, have a ladder early. Oh, hi, Wizards. They probably will not be killed. Now, one of the interesting things that was brought up about this flag set is, as Steve mentioned, also to answer a question, the dungeon maps are not vanilla in the Rookie Rumble. They are procedurally generated shapes. Now, here's where this gets a little interesting. With an early ladder, that does actually make the coast a bit more interesting to go to, because now you can pick up that coast item.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that on anybody's side yet. I think Leslie was trying to see it, but didn't get to it.
There's the magical sword. Alright, all 3 swords found. Game's over.
Oh, we got a map for 5. Ugh. That's a map.
That is the map. The level. I think taking the ladder and leaving here is the correct play.
Yeah, especially with the Woodsword 5, and you're on Woodsword 3 hearts. Yeah, I'll come back.
Plus, I don't believe Heart Shuffle's on, so there's only one item.
Nope.
in this level
Oh,
five.
Heart Shuffle is on.
Oh, Heart Shuffle is on? Okay. So there's a floor item somewhere, but it's, like you were saying, blue wish robes and orange wish robes with no ring, 3 hearts, with sword, no bombs. Yeah, I know. This 5 is defying all expectations.
Oh, let's see if we see the coast item. No.
Gonna check the any roads first. Looks. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, we're gonna see it. Probably gonna pick it up too, unless it's garbage. That's a heart container. Terrible. It does put you close to the white sword. And as we know, white sword is a 100% power upgrade, going from 1 to 2 damage per hit. And I think it should be mentioned that, as you've been saying, the seeds, even though the flag set has some nice things about it that are less randomized than I'm gonna call it the generic standard racing flag set that is a consternation-ish. That does not mean the seeds are going to be easy.
Absolutely not. Yeah, we saw some very challenging seeds in the Rookie Rumble.
And there is an argument that can be made that the easier the flag set is in terms of how little is randomized, the harder the seeds can potentially be. None of our runners have gotten bombs yet at 10, 11 minutes in. So.
One of our runners had some bombs. Opno's got bombs.
Well, there we go. Opno gets their first bomb back at 11 minutes.
Pedantic's also got some bombs, too.
Nice, nice. Hopefully none of the runners have my bomb luck. 31 minutes.
I don't think we've seen a bomb shop yet.
We have not. As far as shops go, the only logical requirement for shops is that the candle shop must be accessible with a candle shop must be accessible with either a bomb or an open cave. The only candle shop cannot be candle block. There may be candle block candle shops in general, but if there is, and that means there will be multiple of them. Leslie's up to 5 hearts. May go back for that white sword. Opno point also on 5 now.
5 hearts does give you a 67% chance of grabbing it. Oh, those are cheap bombs.
And that's not a bad location. That's pretty close to their start. And that Malbon is not even supposed to be here today. Gonna be hard to look at hints with no money.
Yeah, let's see if we can find one of those large secrets. We've seen some mediums, we've seen a few smalls, haven't seen a large yet.
I'm always a fan of the early arrow purchase, even if you don't have a bow, because it's very possible that the game will give you a bow in a dungeon and then expect you to immediately start using it to kill Gomas.
Yep, that is definitely something I've seen as well.
It's one of the... Ooh!
Is that 54?
54 for the large secret.
Alright, that's gonna be a bit of a money-starved seed then.
5 hearts is confirmed to be enough to pick up the white sword. So, in terms of golf clubs, I'm gonna guess that the wood sword is the sanding wedge. The white sword is a 5-iron. And the magical sword is a 2-driver.
Yep, that sounds good.
And anybody who's familiar with golf will be able to tell me that, no, I'm completely wrong.
I'm watching them all play. It's like, where are the levels? Like, where are our dungeons?
Honestly, they're probably heavily biased towards bomb spots, and we may see, and this may be one of those seeds where they're all kind of clustered together. So it may well just be that, oh, just go to Death Mountain, and there's your answer. No point is in Death Mountain. Finds another bomb shop. That is incredibly timely.
Also means that the bomb shop is not a rare shop, so you don't have to worry too much about those shops. Hey, there's level 2.
So a small little thing that you can do there to be slightly more efficient with your bombs in the event the bombs aren't as cheap is where Octo Point was, there's only one bomb spot left before having to go back down. And the game just told me, nope, your planned efficiency doesn't work. Also, we've just found 3 new levels. Level 1 at the Vanilla 9 location, level 2 over near Vanilla level 1, and level 6, which I did not mark down the location.
And that's an easy Triforce in 1, but gonna keep looking for now. Obviously, you got 3 items in here. You want to try to clear out 1 if you can.
It looked like level 2 is over by Forgotten Spot.
That is a raft. Might need that. There's no forced overworld blocks, but there still can be one.
That was in 1?
That was in 1, yes.
And level 6 is west of Vanilla Letter Cave. Okay. Thank you to our wonderful chat. They keep us on our toes. Tell us when we missed a click of a button. Compass in level 1 tells you, yep, the Triforce is back there.
And Opno's only got 1 key. Looks like Opno's going to grab the Triforce and leave for now.
Not necessarily. Might just be looking to go around those key doors. Because level 1 is generally has a very open floor plan where you can kind of go any way you want as long as it exists. As long as the corridor stair and Zelda's room are not blocking you. Okay, so this is a little bit of a game of 3-door Monty. You'd have elected to take this door, which turns out to be the correct door so far. Might get an item here.
I've got your key refunded.
Keys are not bad. Leslie's actually picked up a couple of keys here in this level 6 container. So the 2nd floor item. And now I think we're going to see Opno. Well, I would say we might see Opno just skip rooms, but actually clearing some rooms in level 1 for easy keys is not a terrible idea. Fairy Explosion, let's go.
There's also regular explosions. Oh, Leslie grabs our first Triforce to the match.
Gleok returns by the Lost Hills. That could be a Power Bracelet block.
Yeah, I think we've seen most of the Lost Hills, if not all of it at this point.
There might be 1 or 2 spots, like bomb spots, that we haven't seen, but elsewise, that is pointing towards a Power Bracelet block, which is already interesting in and of itself.
And as usual, last room has the other item.
Yumi has elected to buy the arrows. And Recorder at level 1.
Okay. Nice little bit of travel right there, plus potentially get you past some blocks.
I do like that the bomb shops seem to be pretty conveniently located in the scene. And Triforce in 1 for Opno. Yumi's now down on the coast, gonna go ahead and pick up, I believe, their 6th heart here. Leslie's still digging out level 6. Pedantic has not been back to level 2 yet. Could be key blocked, could just be saying, you know what, I have other levels I need to find, I'll come back to 2 in a bit. Opno is heading over towards... not quite Death Mountain just yet, and Yumi's gonna take a potion instead of the 6th heart.
Considering this is a low money seed, I don't know if they know that yet, but considering it's a low money seed, grabbing a potion from a Take Any is a really good idea.
Oh yeah, and especially considering Magical Sword is generally considered a nice to have, but there's very few instances where you really want to go out of your way for it. And with the vanilla enemy HP, White Sword should be plenty enough. Looks like we have a bomb block early in level 2.
Gonna have to guess. Bombing up's always a good guess.
Yep. Generally speaking, you... That can be a drop room in 2.
I think that could be a drop room too, yeah.
Normally that has the magical boomerang. But generally speaking, if you're looking for what's it called? Where a bomb wall can be, going towards the center of the map is generally a good strat, as the game does like to bias towards the center of the map. Pedantic Potatoes now on level 2. Gonna try to bomb to the right first. No dice.
First item in 2 is a heart container.
No
Yeah,
surprise.
just to add on to that too, if you're ever looking for, when you're looking for bomb walls, you know that up is generally going to be safe. Oh, that's a hint. It's Red Ring in 5.
That's a major hint. So here's the thing. The red ring is never required. The red ring is always incredibly nice to have, and I don't think... I've only once seen the red ring turned down. And the circumstance that led to a turned down red ring was, it was deep in level 9 where Ganon had already been killed.
And that I could understand completely.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd be very tempted to go back to that 5 with that hint. Just knowing what I could be facing in this seed. Though, I did the 5 with the Wiz Robes, that's still a little iffy, but at this point, if you've got a white sword, it's a little bit nicer to explore a Wiz Robe dungeon.
As long as you've got a white sword and bombs, you'll generally be okay. There's the old man in level 2. That's the reason that wall's not open. Triforce and 2 for Pedantic Potato. We'll see if they elect to go back in.
Yeah, going back to what I was going to say earlier, that's one thing I was going to mention about the bomb walls, is that bombing up is generally your safest bet because there's generally not anything that can block the bottom wall of a room, but the other walls can have potential blocks.
So I can get a Triforce out of 2 for... Oh, no, I did not see if they got the second item, and a Triforce out of 6 for you.
There's the first peek at 4 on Pedantic Potato's side.
Looks like Opno is leaving level 2.
Oh, another Wizrobe dungeon.
Well, this does reduce the chances of Wizrobe denied unless that flag is turned off.
I think it's somewhat even of a balance of how they distribute enemies, but I don't know for sure.
There's always supposed to be 2 of each set, and then the other 3 enemy sets can be whatever, so you could have up to 5 Wizrobe dungeons.
That's a segmented 4. That's kind of a linear 4, too, depending on where the staircase comes out to get into the segment.
Please note that there are 3 separate segments in this 4.
Oh, you're right!
There will be additional transport stairs. Do with this information what you will.
Oh, there's the any key in 6. That's a nice pickup. Not required, but you'll absolutely take that because now you don't have to worry about your key problems ever again.
And considering how large of a dungeon 6 is, I think you just take that one item and leave. You don't go looking for the other one until the game tells you you have to. Yumi's in level 7. There's Opno and Pedantic are in level 4. And Leslie is doing some overworld clearing.
Yeah, one thing I was mention about exploring 6 and to an extent 7 as well is they are longer levels, but at the same time, if you know there's an easier enemy set, it's not a bad idea to explore. Okay, that's a...
That's level?
We're getting a lot of these twisty levels right now, where you got a lot of linear paths in them.
I like how there's... Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is something being... like a coin being flipped. You can see the coin up in the corner and then the machine that flips the coin, because that's absolutely... There's no way you're going to convince me that's a hand flipping the coin.
Yeah,
doing it.
That's not a hand. That definitely is a machine.
Or maybe it's tossing a playing card in the air.
That's a Triforce out of 4 for both Pedantic and Opno. don't think we've seen either item in 4 yet, though.
We have not, and it looks like Pedantic's going to just select to leave. Now, it's interesting to see so many dungeons being left without items after getting the Triforces. It's not impossible to do. I mean, there is a school of thought that says get your Triforces first and then go back for items. Especially if you have the Recorder.
Yeah, that's a good point. With Recorder, getting back to levels is a little easier. Well, I mean, it's actually significantly easier, but... I definitely see both schools of thought, especially in smaller levels. You might want to try to dig out the items, but the other side is also nice too. Just get your Triforces and come back later if you have to.
We're seeing a candle purchase from Leslie Pro. I thought they got a candle already. Unless I didn't take a candle out of a Take Any cave.
Oh. I think we might have seen an item pickup. I see someone saying heart from pancakes in chat.
That's probably one of the items in 4 or 7. Okay, so heart in 4 is a floor drop, it sounds like. Still no stair items seen yet. Yumi's still in 7. No items here that I've seen. Seven is not exactly an easy level.
Yeah, I mean, room-wise, it's not that many rooms, but just the pathing is pretty bad.
And Omno is starting to get within striking distance of that magical sword, being on 9 hearts right now.
This is an ugly room, even with a ladder. You got either damage boost or clip.
Yeah. Those are your options, are ladder clip or damage through, and ladder clipping is probably the easier of the two, and oh look, here's the item! By the way, oh, it's not the item. By the way, the game can absolutely require you to damage boost through that in one-hit knockout. Ladder clips, however, will never be required.
Leslie's back in 5. We know the other item in here is the red ring. I don't know if Leslie knows that.
I don't think so. I think it was only Yumi that got that hint. Pedantic's about to find level 1. Which will be good for them getting back to dungeons. No, may have found the second item here in level 4. There's the make block.
And that doesn't look like that's a required made block.
No, and there's a power bracelet in level 4. Okay, that's a turntable.
Yeah, we did get a hint about 8 in the Lost Tales, I believe, and we haven't seen it yet. We think it could be or power bracelet locked.
It's got pretty good odds of being bracelet blocked right now, based on I think we've seen most, if not all, of the rest of the Lost Hills. But I don't know if Otno has that hint. I want to say it was in 1, and if it was, then Otno should have it.
Heart is the floor drop in 7 as well.
Wymus did pick up the Triforce in 7, but has not seen the stair item yet. Finds a Goma potentially blocking an item.
Yeah. Wymus just is leaving. So what levels have we not seen? I think 3 and 8, is that it?
3 and 8 are the only 2. And 3 we don't have any information about. 8 we know is somewhere in the Lost Hills. Yumi's now in level 2.
think we've only seen one item out of here. That was a heart container.
That is correct, as wooden arrows are purchased by Leslie Crow. There, the blue wish rubs. I'm still calling this room has an item.
I think it sounds about right with how some of this can play out.
And we know it's going to be silvers.
There's level 3.
Over power bracelet blocked. Okay, so power bracelet required for at least one, if not 2 levels. And power bracelet out of 4 right now puts Opno in the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is a very nice level to clear out right now. 3 is usually a shorter one. And if you find something good here with that, you are going to be in really good shape. Speaking of shapes...
That's a shape.
Looks like a seahorse.
Yeah. It's either a seahorse or some kind of Japanese character. Leslie down to 3 rupees, but doesn't buy the bomb pack. Not an item room here for Why Must. Not only will level 2 not have a stair item, but also it's no. That's a tough room.
Dante picking up the recorder.
Did not catch if Pedantic picked up the raft during the other action.
Yeah, I missed that too, but I think at this point we can pretty safely say the raft is not needed. Oh, there's a dig dogger block.
Oh my. It's a good thing that Opno has the recorder.
Yeah, with that Triforce location, that is absolutely a required recorder as well. So power bracelet required, recorder required.
Sadly, no raft required to get all the trifecta going. Yumi's still looking for this other item in 2. We know one of the 2 items is a heart container.
One of the 2 items in 3 is also a heart container.
All surprise. And Opno's gonna go look in this last set of rooms for the other item. Yumi's gonna use one of their potions to try to get these wisdoms down. Ooh, it's actually pretty close too. Ooh, gotta be careful though. That's a key, not quite what they wanted.
Looking more and more likely that blue reserve room is gonna have the second item.
Oh, it could be in here actually. I don't think we've seen this room yet.
I don't think we have either.
And this is a potential drop room at level 2. It's just a compass. That means we have seen it. We just forgot. Pedantic's back in 6. Leslie Pro's now digging level 7. Opno is checking level 3 for the stair, which it will be in the last room again. There it is. No, one of the items in 6 is the any key. I don't know what the other one is. Heart container for Yumi. That's one of the 2 items. Heart container in 3 in the stairs, so double heart in 3. Opno's actually within a reasonable striking distance of the magical sword that they could just elect to go try it.
Yeah, depending on if you can route it in pretty easily, probably a good idea to go try to get it.
And this is one of those situations I was thinking of, okay, when is the magical sword going to be viable? Well, when the game is just throwing hearts at you like this, that seems like a pretty good time to at least keep magical sword on the table. Triforce for Yumi out of 2. I want to say one of our other runners bought heroes, but I forget which one. This is not an easy room to get the Triforce out of it. 3, Potato back at the beginning of 6. Leslie Pro picked up a bow.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I did not catch where that was at all. There's a lot going on when Leslie picked that up. It could have been an item here in 7? Let's see.
Yeah.
7. Triforce for 3 for Opno. And Triforce for 6 for Pedantic. Yumi has found level 1. And we'll have to pay a little bit of attention in levels 6, 7, and 4. No, I think have we seen both items in 4?
I think so.
No, one of them was a heart.
4 had a heart and power bracelet, then.
Yep, that's it. You know, I could look at the tracker that's on the screen, but it doesn't show which levels have hearts.
We know 6 had the any key. I'm thinking
Yes.
very good chance that it have been at 7. But I don't know for sure.
Well, there's the floor hearts.
Take a look at Obno's side. Is level 8 right here?
Yes. So double power bracelet block today. You can see Leslie's trying not to spend a bomb on this last head, gonna just try to kill it with some arrows. This is something that I think is good for any runner to learn. Ooh. Learning how to kill manhandle with arrows or white sword or wand is, I think, a very important skill to have, because sometimes you're just not going to have the bombs available to just throw bombs at manhandle.
Well, chat's saying the bow was the other item in 6.
It was to the left of the other item room. That's a very important piece of information. So the other runners will be heading back to 6 at some point. Big Dogger Gazes in the Dead Woods, we already know that. In fact, we have located all the levels in the scene. All of our runners have white swords. Level 8's enemy set's actually pretty easy, just being Korea's.
Yeah, looking at the runners right now where they are, I kind of like the position between Opno and Leslie is interesting because Opno's got the required power bracelet, but Leslie already has the bow and the any key, so Leslie doesn't have to worry about keys and has one of the required items for Ganon.
Well, Leslie also hasn't been to level 1 yet, so even if Leslie goes to 4, they're still going to go to 1 to get the recorder for 3. Good information for Yumi to get. See, Opno's going to keep poking around. There's a floor heart 7. Yumi has not gotten the recorder just yet. Stair hearts, so double hearts in level 7.
That's kind of an ugly spot for that heart too. It's at the very end of that mechanical arm.
Yeah. So we had double hearts in 7 and 3. We have items outstanding in 8 and 9, actually. Because we have either knowledge or have seen all of the items in every other level. Which means that... Wait, no, my math has to be wrong. Actually, no. Double heart in 7... Yeah, I think that's right. So it's a 40% chance of Silver's in 9 right now. If my math and memory are correct.
That sounds about right, because I don't think we've seen anything in 8 yet. But I think we've got all the
Nah.
items accounted for in the other levels.
The only other item, the only level that has an unaccounted item is 2, which we know now is not going to be a heart. Level 4 for Yumi, very important. Does contain the required power bracelet. Bomb upgrade for 91. Don't know how many bombs it can be, because Leslie does not have the ability to purchase that. Opno's pretty deep in this 8 with only 1 heart left. You have to be careful in this room. Does get a double bomb, but no heart drop. Gets a compass for their efforts, and is going to leave. Yumi's now going to head into the deep portion of level 4. Now we'll continue searching the level 8. Does know where the Triforce is, but would like to see the items. Randomizer's back in the heart container room. Probably going to clear these balls while he's looking for the Triforce. Potential stair room here for Leslie. I believe Yumi cleared this and did not get a stair out of it. And Yumi's actually, honestly, all the runners are on pretty good key counts right now, so the magical key isn't necessarily as important when your key count starts to get up to 7 to 8. Death for Pedant a little bit deep into level 7. Triforce found for Yumi in level 4, but wants the item first. Pedantic is leaving level 7 at this time. I did not recall seeing them pick up a Triforce. Leslie's doing the hide on the block method, and Yumi's now in the heart like room. Gonna put another heart here. It's interesting that the well, actually no, only one runner right now has that knowledge of what's in level 5 being the other item of the rendering.
Yeah, we have. Well, I think Leslie might have gone back to 5 for a bit, but didn't grab the Triforce. No runner has got the Triforce out of 5 yet.
Correct. And I know coming right out of that stair, you were coupon stuff. Level 8 actually isn't that big.
7 wasn't that big either. You can kind of see how 8's factoring into, or 7 factors into 8. I'm wondering if we're gonna have a big 9.
Probably. Which is all sorts of fun if you gotta go look for silvers in there.
In fact, I can actually just, between Leslie and Opno, I can see how they fit together right now. And that leaves a pretty big 8x8 grid for 9 right now.
And Pedantic's not heading back to level 4 just yet. Opno's still searching 8 for the items. Leslie's still searching 7 for the triangle. Yumi's searching 4 for the items. Pedantic looking for 3 and 8. Presumably at this point, that's what Pedantic's looking for. Might dip into 5 here, given that they don't have necessarily a ton of other options. Might also be strongly considering a blue ring purchase, seeing as they're at max money.
Yeah, consider it. Only concern would be arrows right now. Do you want the arrows instead? And there's the wand in 8.
Okay, so that is a combat upgrade, but not a required item by any stretch, and that's going to be a blue ring purchase.
Okay, yeah, gonna take the blue ring. Never blame anybody for taking a blue ring.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it might seem like, oh yeah, it's a large investment, but if a large investment keeps you from dying, then it's worth it. Triforce in 7 for Leslie, and Power Bracelet for Yumi. Now point back to the start of level 8. Yumi's coming back to get this Triforce. He's going to leave 4, spawn right on top of them. Leslie's about to find level 2.
There's the silvers and 8.
Oh my goodness, okay. And I believe the third item was a heart on the floor?
I didn't notice. Looks like Otno hasn't found it.
Only that, or Otno has not picked up the Triforce out of 8 yet.
I'm gonna just walk right by the Triforce.
Oh, well, that would be a good sign. Yumi's now in level 3. Okay, I think the tracking is all caught up now.
Yeah, I might have been clicking along with you, but I think we're good.
Now, if you're Opno Point, oh, there's the book. So, the book gives you the maps to every level immediately.
So that means by process of elimination, we know it's a 9, which is the red candle and wooden boomerang.
That is... Well, hold on. There's one... Wait.
Oh, no, unless we didn't see something in 2, which...
Yeah. There's gotta be another heart container out there, which would need to be one of the items between 2 and 9. So we can't at this stage say exactly what it is.
So we know what we need, where everything we need to finish the seed is. It's just a matter now of putting it all together. Wait, Pedantic just grabbing the ladder now?
I thought Pedantic got that early with everyone else.
So did I.
Opno left 8. I didn't see if they went and picked up the Triforce or not.
Opno did pick the Triforce and 8.
Okay. Yumi's on their way deep into 3. Opno's going to elect not to buy anything there. Probably will buy bombs here, once they see that this cave is a bomb shop.
Yeah, right now Opno's in really good position. As long as he clears... Well, there's a hint for one. As long as he clears out level 6, he's in really good shape.
Right. And Opno doesn't have that Triforce, so they've got to go back to 6 anyway. Yumi's finishing up level 3 here, just going to get 2 hearts.
Leslie's still on Wood Sword, the only other runners that is on Wood Sword at this point.
And that may just be a case of routing, of saying, okay, I haven't had a good time to go back to get that white sword yet. Opno's probably going to head into 7 here. Which I think if Opno gets both hearts out of 7, you go check the magical sword, because at that point, you know, you can get it.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you get to 14 and you know where the magical sword is, just pick it up.
It's still going to speed your combat up a good bit, in spite of it being going from wood to magical instead of wood, or white to magical instead of wood to magical.
Like, the only way I would think about maybe still skipping it at 14 is if it's really out of the way. Like, there's no good place to record or to, or any way, easy way to get to it.
Right.
Pedantic back in 5.
Still needs the Triforce out of here. Yumi picks up their Scare Heart in 3. Both Yumi and Otno have 12 hearts now. So we may well see some magical swords picked up.
Just for reference to the magical sword is the same as what you would be in what you'd see in normal settings, which is 10 to 14 hearts to get.
The one major benefit of knowing that the silvers are in 8, or having gotten the silvers out of 8, is that Otno's not going to have to worry about digging 9. Depending on how the other runners decide to approach 8, especially Leslie having already gotten the bow, they may just elect to say, you know what, I'm just going to go to 9.
That's a good point, and that Triforce is early in 8. It's like one room to the right of start.
Yeah, it was a quick grab. Speaking of quick grabs, there's Yumi getting the Triforce out. But Antics back and forth, this is good for them.
You need the Power Bracelet out of 4 to get to levels 3 and 8.
That is correct.
Level 3 got the fun of being a double-locked dungeon. You need the Power Bracelet to get in, and then the Recorder to get through it.
Yes, but you don't realize that until you're inside of the level.
About halfway through the level, too.
Yeah. Yumi's now in level 8. So, if they choose to dig out all the items here, there's some good news for them, but then they're going to have to go back to 6. Because they've gotten none of the items out of 6 yet, even though they've gotten the Triforce.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is with the flags, too, you know there's no important items in 9, so you don't have to dig 9 for the bow. So that's good to know.
Right. But there's a lot of items that honestly all of the runners are missing. Like the items have been surprisingly sparse, in spite of the amount of knowledge that we have about them.
And only one runner with any key, only one runner with bow, one runner with silvers. Only 2 of them have the power bracelets.
Yeah, I'll have to wait till Leslie pauses to see if they picked it up. I don't know how much of 4 they've dug though. Triforce for 7. For no.
Napno's going back in to dig up the items. Oh, that's a boomerang on the floor. Okay, that's the other item in 2.
Okay,
I
if
thought I
that's
saw
the
that.
case, then we just missed that completely.
I thought I saw it earlier, but I kind of just brushed it off. I thought I was just like seeing things, but yeah, that's a boomerang in 2 for sure. So 9's gonna have red candle and a heart container.
Yep. That's our full item knowledge for us. Leslie Pro is out of level 2. I didn't see if they got the Triforce. It didn't look like they did.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but Leslie's getting close to the white sword.
Leslie might go pick up the white sword and come back. And Otno's now deep.
It's got to be a relief for Leslie right there.
Leslie's not going back to level 2. I hope they didn't forget the Triforce in there.
Yumi is getting towards the northern side of 8, getting close to the wand and silver spots.
Neither of which are items that will be skipped.
Quick reminder on where level 9 is.
Yep. And there's another heart. Okay, that's 14 hearts for Opno points. Let's see if they elect to go grab the magical sword before going back to... I'm going to guess they go 5 before 6.
Just reminding us is that 5 is close to the magical sword spot.
Yep. Looks like Opno's still looking for something.
Are there any levels Opno hasn't seen yet?
I don't know if Opno's actually been inside of 6, or if they've seen where 6 is. Opno may not know where 6 is. Should be significant.
Oh, I just know those potion prices, and yes, this is a Coke Seed.
I haven't seen Yumi pick up either of the items yet, and I have not seen Pedantic get the power bracelet yet, although I believe they're in the correct room for it now.
Yeah, Yumi has not gotten either item, not either the silvers or the wand out of 8, and those are both, I believe, on the northern side of the level.
Power bracelet pick up for Pedantic Potato. Opno's gonna go ahead and pick up the magical sword here. Pedantic finds level 3. And Opno's got to do a little bit of exploring near start before finding this magic sword. Leslie Pro back in level 5. Well, Leslie Pro, be our first runner to have got the red ring.
Now, this is an ugly 5.
Not if these wizards have anything to say about it.
They
the
do.
Wizards have something to say about it. There's a magical sword pickup for... I
believe that's actually, as you said earlier, the magical driver.
Yes, I think it's actually it might be called a two-wood. That might be the proper terminology.
Yumi's been staying at 8 and getting close to this wand and silver spots. Yeah, if 14 wasn't enough to pick up magical sword, we'd have to ask some stuff about this seed.
Yeah, although Opno's up to 15 now. We'll see if they end up getting the full 16.
Probably not, because I think everyone grabbed a candle out of a take-any except for Leslie.
But if that's the case, then there's not a heart container in 9.
Oh, yeah, good point. No, I'm pretty sure the heart container has to be a 9 because we've seen everything else.
But didn't Opno grab a candle out of a take-any?
I think so.
So then that would mean there's 17 hearts.
Chad, are we being crazy or are? Trying to go through the list again just to be sure here.
I played the 8th. gonna go ahead and use their blue potion. I don't think the rookie flags start with 4 hearts.
They don't.
Leslie Pro's about to find level 1.
I'm just gonna say, maybe we were crazy and Opno actually bought a candle. We just didn't notice it. I think it's the most likely scenario here.
That is the most likely, but now we're gonna have to go check the VOD. And as we know, checking the VOD is always a fun time.
Anyway, Leslie's back in 1. Needs to pick up the recorder out of here.
Yumi's trying to figure out where the room they're missing is.
Looks, Yumi did grab this. Are those just wooden arrows or silvers?
I gotta be honest, I totally forgot to look to see what arrows they had. I'm gonna assume at least wood for now. I would say we'll see when they scroll through, but the scroll through is not going to happen for a little bit.
Nope, there's silver pickup for Yumi right now.
Okay, and that answers the question. So yeah, Abno would have had to have picked the candle up via the shop. I know they picked up the wood sword, so it wasn't in that cave that they picked the candle. Try 4 out of 8 for Yumi. They've got 1 left, but no bow yet. I'd like to point out, Abno Point doesn't have the knowledge that the red ring is the other item.
That is true, yeah. Oh, that's another room for the.
Yeah, might want. Oh wait, no, they have the red ring.
Oh, yep, you're right.
I'm noticing by the fact that they did not die immediately.
So Abno's in good position. Just has to go back to 6 to get the Triforce out of there, as well as the bow.
And Opno was our first runner to have the Triforce at level 5. Banana Potato has found level 8. Yumi's headed back into level 5. Knows that the red ring is the other item. Leslie Pro gets their recorder. Presumably has already gotten heading back in. Might be going back to the Triforce at level 1.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If they saw that room and just packed with whiz ropes with the Triforce, I'd potentially come back later too.
Yeah. Opno now looking for level 6.
He's at level 8 on Pedantic's side. I looked up for it for a second. I'm like, wait, did Pedantic just take a death? But that level is a little playing with my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Leslie's now checking the other raft spot, which we know is going to have nothing. And level 6 for Opno Point.
So as long as Opno full clears this, which I don't see there any reason not to full clear it at this point, he'll have the bow and be in go mode.
Yep. This is an ugly room that Yumi's in.
Oof. Man.
And quick Triforce out of 6 for Otno, but probably going to go back in. As I think by process, I think they know that this bow has to be here. Amy's going to get a heal. Leslie's going to get a heart. Yumi's already been in there. Might be looking for a potion shop, actually. As Leslie is going to find level 4. This has the power bracelet that is required to get into both 3 and 8. And yeah, you're gonna buy the red potion.
I'm just curious where in 6 this bow is. We both missed it when Leslie picked it up.
The only clue we have is that it's near where the magical group is. Yumi's able to just kind of tank through this blue wizard room. Oh! Gonna have to use a potion to get through it. These blue wizards are not playing around.
Man. I believe Pedantic just grabbed the silvers out of 8s.
Yep, they're in the right area of the dungeon to do that. So all of our runners have silvers, except for Leslie, who has not been to 8.
Yeah, Leslie does not have them, and Leslie's in a kind of a rough spot at this point.
Did Adnan get the bow out of 6? Okay, Adnan did get the bow out of 6.
Yep. I missed where it was again.
That would explain why they're headed to 9. So they're now in level 9, and that is kind of about what I expected it to be like. Yumi has the red ring.
Oh, it's a Wizrobe 9 too.
Nice! It's a good thing that they've got the magical sword and 15 hearts, the red ring. They'll be fine.
So we do have Opno's audio up. We're listening for that roar, and we're looking for that shutter door that does not open when all the enemies are killed. 58 rooms is about right, yeah. There's only 6 spaces not accounted for on the map.
Power bracelet fine for Leslie Pro. Triforce pick up at 5 for Yumi. That's a dead-end turnstile. So, Otno would like to see a compass. Would like to hear Ganon. Would like to skip this blue wizard room.
Which, not a bad, pretty good idea too, because there's not really anything you're gonna find in that blue resort. Well, you could find the compass, I suppose.
And Yumi is headed back to 6 while Potatoes on their way to the wand here in level 8.
We're gonna clear this room out because this could lead to that door could go to Zelda.
Yes. You could also go to more blue wish robes.
Well, we know it doesn't go to Zelda at least. Ooh, Dig Dogger.
This door could go to Zelda.
And it does.
Alright, so that's half the puzzle fan. Now we just need the other half. The worst half. Thatcher will mask the roar of Ganon. Leslie Pro picks up a blue ring
There we
as
go.
Octo Point finds Ganon.
With just 4 hits with the magical driver.
That's a Ganon down. Obno knows where Zelda is. Obno is going to be done here in about a minute or so.
No, just gonna try to take out this patch to see if there's a straight line to Zelda or not. In fact, it might be a straight line to Zelda, and just had to get through that to get to her. Okay, one twist.
One little twist, but not too bad. Magical Sword and Silvers will make this very quick. There is the door. Everybody get your D&Ds in chat for Otno Point. First finisher on the restream and good enough for 3rd place overall with an official time of 1:11:30. Finishing just before them, Angel FM in 2nd place with a 1:11:15 and Fury SK taking first with a 1:01:33. Yumi's still in 6th, digging for that bow. Leslie is now in level 8. There's the boomerang in 2, the mysterious Toomerang. And I'm still convinced that my knowledge of the seed is broken. Sounds like we are joined by Opno Point here in the booth. Give us just 1 second. GG's and congratulations on the first on restream finish.
Yeah, thanks. Man, that mountain was the place to be this seed.
So there's a burning question in the back of my skull right now. Did you take a candle out of a bonus game or did you buy one? Because I didn't quite catch.
Yeah, I bought one.
Okay. That puts a lot of pieces together, because you're at 15 hearts and we're thinking, wait, did Opno take a candle out of a bonus game? Is there 17 hearts in the seed?
Yeah, just I was missing one dungeon heart.
Yeah, it was in level 9 along with the red candle.
Ah, I see.
The magic key was the other item in 6.
No, was it like 12 keys? So that wasn't that useful at the...
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping for a red candle early on, but I guess that wasn't happening this scene.
Well, given that it was a 9, the odds of an early red candle were going to be just about nil. Leslie's picked up the wand in level 8.
Yumi's the second runner into level 9. Well, the second one on our read stream. Furious in chat talking about his experience. Apparently, he had a lot of keydoors on his way.
So, how about the ladder being just thrown at you?
Yeah, the ladder was that first item in 5, which I think 3 of the 4 runners picked up immediately.
Yeah, the only one who didn't, I think, was Pedantic. And we were all very confused when he went to go pick it up. Like, wait, we thought he had that.
Yeah, so one of the big things that really helped you out in this seed was, I think you were one of the first into 4. You probably were the first runner into 4. You got that power bracelet, which unlocked 2 dungeons. Also had that recorder, so you didn't have to worry about double dipping 3. Those are 2 of the big ones that I think that you found that really helped you out.
Yes. You and Pedantic were in 4 the first time about the same time, but Pedantic left without getting the items, and I think you went back in, and that ended up being a huge difference maker. Also, your 9 routing was pretty smooth.
Yeah, except the early part where the no wall spawned for some reason.
You guys are watching Yumi go through 9. Yumi's having a bit of a tougher time in this 9. But near Zelda right now. Still hasn't found Ganon, though.
Yeah, but Zelda and Ganon were relatively close to each other. Zelda's took up for Leslie. Leslie was our first runner to get the bug. Actually, as soon as Leslie finds 3, if they did get the Triforce out of 2 and I just missed it, then they are in actually a pretty good position to steal this away a little bit from Pedantic. Because they're go mode right now. They can skip the rest of the items.
Yeah, at some point I was thinking about going back to 5 once I was done with the bubbles and death thing, but seeing where the Triforce was, I'm glad I didn't go there earlier.
That's a mean for Yumi. Yumi hears the roar of Ganon, but it hears it in Zelda's room. Oh, but very close to Ganon right now, just has to go up and then left.
Yep. And should be able to get through this blue wizard room without much difficulty. There we go.
You probably got a little bit of a surprise when you bombed this wall and found Ganon, right?
Actually, I heard the sound glitch when I entered the room, so I knew Ganon was next to that patch room.
Ah, okay.
Yumi's in here with Fist the White Sword. But does get the stun lock. Ganon down for Yumi.
Nice.
So Yumi has not found Zelda yet. Zelda was towards the middle of the level.
But with the wand out, likely going to go ahead and just fight this Patra.
Well, you gotta fight the Patra if you want to go north or east here.
Yes, but you could also just turn around and decide I'm going to go look for Zelda. Atlantic Potato Potioning in the Triforce Room at level 5. Leslie may still be looking for level 3. But pretty sure they've been to the Strap spot before.
Good news for Yumi is this level 9 is kind of hurting him right to where Zelda is. Just has to go one room right and find him. Find her.
Yep. Pick up a key for good measure. Gonna like to go right first.
Coin flip there, but got the right side of the coin flip.
And with that, everyone please get your GGs in chat for Yumi, finishing with an official time of 1:19:12. There were two finishers between Opno and Yumi, that being Sigil with a 1:14:47 and Boki with a 1:18 flat. Benantic's back in level 7, and Leslie's back in level 5.
So we'll see if Yumi joins us or not. As you mentioned, between the other two runners, Leslie's in go mode, just has to get Triforces. Pedantic still has to find the bow in 6.
Well, Leslie also still has to find level 3. And I haven't gotten a good enough look yet to see if they have the Triforce out of 2 or if they gotta go back for that. Sounds like we are joined by Yumi here in the booth. GG's.
Yo, what's going on? Thank you. GG's up now.
GG's to you.
So do you like level 6?
Oh my goodness. That was yeah, fun. There's a couple of fun ones in there. Level 8, I think did you see that the level 8 was where it all I could have done level 8 in what, 5 rooms?
Yeah.
I literally full cleared the entire dungeon, and it was one room west and one room north. That's it. That's all I needed.
So,
well, silvers too, but yeah.
So far, the only runner that hasn't full cleared level 8 is Leslie. They had the bow very early on, but found level 4 late.
Yeah, where was the bow again? That was in 6.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the NEQ was the other item in there.
Yeah, I was kind of figuring. I had a buttload of parts. I don't think I ever saw Mags. Mags must have been near start somewhere.
Yes, it's the bomb spot that's normally a money-making game.
Nice. So I've been watching like better players play, like TA and some of those guys, and he keeps going to Death Mountain early. So I was just like, I'm gonna go Death Mountain early, see what's up. And that was a good idea in the seed.
Turns out everything was up there.
I mean, I guess
yeah.
there was no like items really necessary up there though, just a bunch of dungeons, huh?
I mean, outside of the recorder and 1 and the power bracelet.
Oh yeah, the power bracelet was required. Yeah, so there definitely was. Just kidding. That's right.
But outside of that, nothing was required until it was.
Yeah, actually, both the power bracelet and recorder were required in this seed.
The recorder was required?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole top half of level 3 was blocked by the dagger.
Oh. You know, sometimes I don't even notice when things are blocked. Like if you get the ladder early, I don't even notice. Like I don't even pay attention to what would have been blocked. You know, but yeah, that's right. That dig dogger, totally.
And speaking of early ladders, y'all broke the general randomizer trend of, oh, anytime there's an early stair in 5, it's absolutely a transport.
I know. Oh, that was so weird. Yeah, because the ladder was like a couple minutes in. We found a lot. I just dipped around on 5 a little bit. I mean, and then we had a hint that the red ring was the other item. So I just.
I'm sorry. We just got confirmation on Leslie's side. It was a 14 heart mags.
Oh gosh.
Ouch. I
Yeah.
think I went there with 15.
I'm glad I never found it at all. I didn't touch anything by start. Not Kendall Row, any of that. is nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talking about level 5 breaking the trend. The funny thing about that is, when you think about it, there were 5 staircases you could go down in level 5, and the first one you find is the item.
Yeah, for sure. And I got lucky. I shouldn't have got the red ring. I don't know why I went into that horrible staircase with all those wizrobes. I had to leave and get a potion and fill up to, and the red ring was like on the floor on the other side of that staircase. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that staircase was it's somehow worse than 2Q5.
Yeah, that's just a brutal room with wizrobes. I tried to candle boost, but with no success. That's so bad.
And naturally, the red candle was in level 9, so it's not like you were going to get multiple tries at it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, red
those
candle
wondering-
and... Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say red candle and what else? I could probably figure this out, but what else was in 9? It had to be... any key was in 6, you said?
Yeah, it was a spare heart.
Oh, it's the heart. Okay.
The reference is there's a room that's the spiral stair room in Second Quest 5 where there's 5 blue wizards that you have to kill.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, in this seed, one of the items we didn't know for a long time was the wooden boomerang, and I think that was because one of the likes in 2 ate it. We didn't see it until later.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. There was definitely what was hiding in an early like too. All the boomerang. It's not fair when that orange boomerang's in a like. I was just like clearing the room. I know that's like kind of off topic, but just randomly popped in my head.
Yeah, I can see how that could mess with some people if you don't notice that boomerang and you basically grab it as you kill it.
Oh yeah, and if you don't notice the sound of it either. I was thinking that it was going to just be that horrible blue wizard shooter room was going to be just, well, that'll just be about everything, right?
Yeah, these flags kind of brought back some memories of the Rookie Rumble too, where blue wizrobe infested dungeons. But this wasn't so bad though. I think most of the wizrobe dungeons were the smaller ones, and we could kind of cruise through them. And it had white sword right off the rip. I don't know how early everybody else found white sword, but I saw it right away next to the 3 transport. So as soon as I got a 4th heart, I like ran back to get the ladder heart to check it on 4 hearts, and you could pick it up on 4 hearts, which was nice. So I had white sword pretty much the whole seed.
I was hoping, because a couple of you guys saw it early, I was really hoping that we'd see somebody just take the candle out of the wood sword cave and say, you know what, I'm going to get the white sword.
Yeah, it pops in my head because I hear people talking about it, but I don't think I have the competency to pull that off. I would somehow, I don't know, it's too scary.
Any key found for pedantic potato?
Angel in chat's actually just said that did the 4 hearts, then got the candle from the wood sword cave. I don't know if it means that they got the white sword first, or if they picked up wood sword and then, or picked up the candle and then found the white sword later.
That would have been especially scary because by the time I saw the sword, I had very, very, very few open caves left, and I didn't even have a I did not. Well, I guess I would have had a candle. Duh. Never mind. Just kidding. If I'd have took the candle instead of the sword, yeah, that opens up lots of spots, huh?
Yep. And the odds that all 4 take any caves on the overworld are blocked by a raft power rise of the quarter is astronomically low.
Yeah, so it's not a bad play, it sounds like.
Leslie's on their way to where level 3 is. And the Pedantic Potato is heading into level 9. So I completely missed them picking up Triforces out of 7 and 3. Either that or we're going to see an old man hint.
Say, or he did.
We're commentators. We're not smart enough to track and commentate at the same time. We can only do one or the other.
So with 4 people, that's a lot going on, to be fair.
I just tried to push buttons, and then sometimes the buttons pushed. I'm like, okay, and then I missed like 8 other buttons that needed pushed.
Alright, guys, I just wanted to pop in and say hey to GG to Op now. I'll work on the rest of this race, but thanks for comms and, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, thank you for racing, and GG to you again.
Yep, thank you. Later.
So yeah, we got Pedantic in 9. Leslie is clearing out 3. Might also have to go back to 2.
Yeah, it's up in the air if they have to go back to 2 or not. I don't trust anything on the tracker, except for that Yumi and Opmo are done. Pedantic's in 9, and I'm pretty sure the item locations knowledge is correct.
You know, can we just blame part of this on chat? Because usually chat's yelling at me when I forget to track something. So the fact that chat's not yelling is throwing me off too.
I was just gonna blame the tea making me sleepy. But it wasn't like sleepy tea, it was just regular generic tea. With no caffeine in it. Because caffeine at 9:30 at night sounds like a terrible idea.
I'll probably be having some shortly, but at the same time, I'm a late night person, so I'm not going to sleep for a while.
I like this hint. Go to the next room or back. The old man doesn't care, just leave.
It looks like Pedantic's having a bit of the same trouble that Yumi had and is on the north side of 9 right now.
Yep.
Well, speaking of late night, though, I do want to mention this for anybody who's around. If you're around the Zelda community looking for a race, come check out the Discord. There are generally nightly races going on. I think we try to do ones at 8, 10, and midnight Eastern. They don't always happen, but usually if people are around, those are the times we can do races. And there's also a chance to just ping in the channel and say, hey, anybody want to race? And you can usually find 1 or 2 people who's interested in racing.
Yep. And sometimes it'll just be like 2 in the afternoon and people want to race too, for those that are early birds on the western portion of the planet. Although technically, I guess we're on the western portion of the planet too. Yeah, because everything west of like most of England, I guess, would be the western portion of the planet.
There's a pickup in 3 for Leslie Pro. Pedantic's got to be careful at half heart.
Even with a red ring, it's still a dangerous place to be.
And we might have missed the pickup of Triforce 2 because it looks like Leslie's going into 9. So we got a little bit of a race here between Pedantic and Leslie.
Okay, I think the tracker's updated now. I think the tracker's updated now. This is the room next to Zelda, actually.
It is. If Pedantic kills that Dig Dogger, confirms Zelda's location.
Looks like they're gonna potion first.
Now, Leslie doesn't have the book, so Leslie does not have a map of 9.
That may be important. Just a smidge. A smidge. But you can also just assume it's a piece of Swiss cheese.
And there's a confirmation for Pedantic where Zelda is. Yeah, but for this 9, it's actually not that bad because beyond that hole in the middle of it, the level, it's pretty much rooms right next to each other.
Yeah. And I believe going to the right in here, Pedantic is now adjacent to Ganon.
Yep, Ganon has one room left.
One thing I wonder about this is where were the bomb upgrades? I don't think I've seen a single one.
Sorry, what was the what?
The bomb upgrades.
Oh yeah, we did not see either bomb upgrade on our side either.
They're super well hidden.
I thought I saw one somewhere, but I forget where that somewhere is.
Got racers in our chats. bbq.gov did not see a bomb upgrade either. Chiro saw one for 91. Oh, Pedantic didn't go back into that room.
Oh no!
Out of curiosity, do you know how many bombs you got for the 91? But Pedantic should have just heard the roar of Ganon. Fortunately, we don't have Pedantic's audio to use. Or
Yeah, or not. Might not have heard it through the, Oh, that could be a window for Leslie if Leslie's able to get over there, but Leslie's currently on the other side of the dungeon.
okay, I think Pedantic's heard him. Maybe didn't have bombs. I wasn't paying attention if he had bombs or not.
No, Pedantic's got 8 bombs.
And he just picks them up with the red or the orange was robes. Yeah, maybe he didn't have bombs. That might have been the issue. Yeah, Pedantic has found Ganon, just 8 slashes with that white sword.
Yes. Not quite a stun lock just yet.
You know, Leslie's on the right track. There's a stun lock for Pedant. Oh, lost the stun lock.
Let's see. A little high on some of these hits. And we want to be about a tile lower than where Pedantic is to get the hits. There we go. Being the tile lower is more consistent because sometimes Ganon likes to go into the wall. And that's a dead Ganon.
Yep, Pedantic knows exactly where Zelda is. There, the door opens.
And everyone get your GGs in chat for Pedantic Potato finishing with official time of 1:37:56. Quite a few finishes in between Yumi and Pedantic.
Meanwhile, on Leslie's side, it just walked past the Zelda room, did not kill the Dig Dogger, though.
No, but may have made a note. Okay, there's a single shutter door there. That will be a place to come back to. Still working towards what they hope is the direction of Ganon. We know that Ganon's kind of over in that southwest.
Yeah, this is where not having the map might be hurting Leslie a little bit.
Yeah. But also, you kind of don't really have a reason to go towards the southwest necessarily versus any other direction. Okay, back in the room with the Digdogger. Now gonna kill the Digdogger.
I don't know if you ever guessed the recorder tune. Well, I don't recognize it myself.
Dun, 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 dun. It's probably Final Fantasy.
It does sound like Final Fantasy. Oh, yep, Locke's theme from Final Fantasy. That makes sense. Yep.
It's a general consensus of when in doubt, assume Final Fantasy. Alright, Leslie's now back in the right area. Just needs to bomb left out of this patcher room. Might kill the patcher and come back in and hear Ganon. We are joined here by Pedantic Potato. GG's.
GG.
So, how about level 6?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have ignored that for so long.
Yeah, 6 was one of the weird ones where it's like, oh, there's a magic key. Oh, there's a bow. And then it's all just deep in the level.
Yeah, I mean, that one, the Triforce was so easy, I just said, it's a big level. Don't need to come back here. It's probably not here. But it was there. So, oh well. Do you see when I almost walked right by Ganon?
We did?
That was weird. The Ganon sound didn't come out till like a room later or something like that. I don't know what happened there. Because I went through the door into the next room, we were shuttered behind me, and all of a sudden I heard a roar, and I was like, wait, what? So I went up a room, he's not here. I said, hold on, is that just a sound glitch? So I went back down, sure enough, some weird sound glitch. Oh well.
How about level 4? That level 4 was kind of stacked, but also mean.
Yeah, my Wizrobe combat is rusty, and yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
That would be enough to do it.
Yeah, looking on Leslie's side, thought they walked right by Ganon's room, but I don't know if they didn't hear the roar. I thought we did on our side.
I'm guessing they didn't. So now they're gonna go keep searching for Ganon when Ganon's already been found.
It might have had a sound glitch on their end too. Oh, yeah, they walked right by Ganon.
Oof. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And unfortunately, Leslie also doesn't have the map, so it's hurting a little bit. Oh, okay, you're one room right above. Don't up an A.
Let's see, what's Leslie gonna do? Okay, it looks like he's gonna kill the likes. Likes go down, gonna walk down, and should hear the roar at this point. Yep, there we go.
Okay. That could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
Yep, one more fight with Ganon, 8 slashes with that white sword. Though Leslie is at 2.5 hearts. Gotta be a little careful here.
I do think Leslie has a potion, though. They got a potion. They should use it. Okay, getting a stun lock. Going a little quick, though. Yep.
Ooh.
You can't just blindly
Oh!
spam it. No! If you spam it as fast as possible, it actually will go too fast and you'll lose the stun lock.
Well, at least at this point, Leslie knows where Ganon is, knows where Zelda is, just has to finish it out.
Yep.
And at least it's not a room with moats. That would make it really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this might just be one where a couple of runners got sound glitched because it sounds like Yumi heard it again.
Yeah, it seems the Ganon sound plays when you're going through the door if you move through too quickly. I think that's the crux of the sound glitch.
But yeah, Leslie's on the path back. There's Zelda's room again.
So how many hearts was Mags?
14.
Ugh.
Yep, Opno grabbed it with 14. I believe Leslie tried at 13 and it did not pick up. All right,
Yeah,
here's
we saw
round.
Leslie tried. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Here's round 2.
Let's see. Yeah, the trick to getting the stun lock is you do have to slow down a little bit. If you just use the sword as fast as you can, there we go. That's the pattern that Leslie wants. Ganon goes down.
And just a quick walk back to Zelda's room.
Yep. So everyone get your GGs ready as Leslie will be done very quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure was Yumi or Pedantic who had that coin flip there, but Leslie knows where Zelda is, and
That will be everyone. Please get your GGs in chat for Leslie, finishing with an official time of 1:48:04. See if Leslie will be willing to join us in just a second here.
Well, I'm going to take off. GG's, everyone. Thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting, and thanks for tracking.
yep,
Yeah,
thank
not a
you.
problem. GG's.
As we're waiting to see if we get Leslie in here, want to talk about next week?
So next week, we are going to be doing the Santa's Little Helper race. The details of what exactly that race entails are escaping me at the moment, but I assume it's a whole lot of shenanigans. One quick second. I'll go see if I can find them.
All right, I found the information from Rick. Santa's helper is in a hurry because the presents have to be delivered in 18 minutes or less. Luckily, there is a wish list to check of as should be. If 18 minutes is not enough to reach the recipient, there must be a restart. At that point, another 18 minutes will be granted. So basically, it sounds like a spoiler log scene where you have to finish it within 18 minutes.
That's something. If you're familiar with the Groundhog's Day races that we have done in the past, it sounds like it's very similar to that. Just instead of 45 minutes, but no spoiler log, you have 18 minutes, but with a spoiler log.
Looks like we'll get Leslie here in a moment. Just need to get a message.
I believe we will return to previous tournaments maybe the week after. I think it depends on how that's going to interact with the holiday. Give us just a quick second here, folks. Sounds like we are now joined by Leslie. GG's.
Thanks for the GGs. GG, everybody in the race. Well, I gotta say that early game worked out really well because I had a gut feeling about level 6 telling me if I bail on this, I'm gonna regret it. Sure enough, I would have regretted it because the bow was there, as was the any key, so 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, that was a heck of an early day to get all of that out of 6 in the immediate. The thing that held you up the most, I think, was just not having found level 4 in the early game.
Yeah, I didn't have enough bombs at that time to dig Death Mountain, otherwise I would have gone for it, I think. Although early ladder was nice, because without that, had I done early Death Mountain, I would have got ladder blocked out of 3, which would have been awful.
Yeah, getting ladder blocked. Well, also, even then, if you weren't ladder blocked, you would have been recorder blocked. Because the ladder was just pretty quick in 5. It was the recorder out of 1 that ended up being the factor in 3 alongside the power race 4.
Yeah, that, and of course taking deaths in the overworld. That'll always do it, I swear.
Yeah, but overworld deaths are just part of the thing. This overworld kind of was weird. There were a couple screens that were particularly bad. Also, how about that lovely red ring in 9? Not 9, 5, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 5, that was kind of dirty, not gonna lie, because I had fought my way through a room of death, basically, a spiral room of death, I'll call it, because all those blue whiz robes, try that early game, you're getting wrecked, because you have no hiding spot, and you have to tank all those hits. That's dirty.
Just about everybody had that same issue. Everybody that went there had that same issue of this thing is kind of not working.
Yeah. And now, and then at the end of it all, Blue Wizrobe's guarding the Triforce. Yeah, no wonder I didn't dig that out right away, because I saw those Blue Wizrobe rooms and were like, this is a ginormous pile of nope.
5 was, I think, the last Triforce for most of the runners. There was not many people going to 5 early.
Yeah, 5 is my second to last, because I had yet to find 3. Basically, it wound up being a full clear of the overworld. And, oh yeah, 14 heart mags. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that happens. We heard from Fury trying it on 12 that it didn't work. You naturally tried it on 13. No
yeah,
dice.
I tried it when my odds were best, and the game still said no.
And Opno picked it up, I think, on 14 or 15.
Yeah, it was a 14 heart minimum. No other way around it.
I noticed
I
I
mean,
found out it
the
was
way
a,
around it is just not pick the thing up, but well, that requires not picking up the magical sword.
the other time we did find out it was a 4-heart white sword.
Yeah, that's another thing I could have got early that would have helped me out. All I had to do was look in the one cave to the right of one of the any roads, and that would have given me a big combat boost early that would have really helped. But you know what? I still played fine with wood sword. It's just having the white sword would have been nice, especially early.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what's coming up next for next week's flags?
So we have the Santa's Little Helper flag set, which is similar to the Groundhog races we've done in the past. Just you get a spoiler log instead of just relying on purely figuring out where things are in the seed. And you also have 18 minutes instead of 45 for a reset.
That's going to be interesting to watch at the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully the money will be better than this seed, because 50-something large secret? No thank you.
Hey, it's not like you wanted to buy anything, right?
Well, it just means, well, in terms of buying stuff, you have to really, and I emphasize this, really pick your spots. 4 rupee bombs, yay.
Yeah. Four rupee bombs are fantastic.
Yes, also shoutouts to 249 Blue Ring that I pick up late, as well as an unrequired cheap bait at its vanilla price. At least it wasn't required, thankfully.
Yep. So I will go ahead and ask about if y'all have any final thoughts on the seed as a whole, as I believe we're about at the point of getting ready to wrap all this up.
Decent seed if you went the right way. My early game was great. It's just after that, meandering. Kind of like what happens to me with A Link to the Past rando. Something that JP and I both are familiar with.
Yep, very familiar with that.
Yeah, I just haven't played in a while because I just hit such a bad luck streak that I had to take a break. Will the break end soon? Who knows? Maybe in the new year, we'll see. But all I know is I am rusty as heck. But yeah, it's been a good year of Z1R, and I'm looking forward to what the next year brings. Good to see. GG, everybody. Thanks for restream. Thanks for comms. Thanks for tracking. I'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, thanks to you too for racing with us.
Always my pleasure.
With that, on behalf of our forerunners that joined us here on the restream. Yumi, Pedantic Potato, Opno Point, and Leslie Crow, as well as my co-com, JP. This is also a thank you everyone for coming out, and hopefully you all have a wonderful night. Stay dry or cool or warm or whatever fits your weather appropriately.